Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of session 81 of Materia D&D. So the previous part of this session, we were just playing catch up and getting some information figured out of what everyone did, found out, seeing the degree of success or failure that they've had in the menagerie's influence, and exercising their intent on the events and happenings of Greenhill. They had arrived to Greenhill on the 5th and now it is the 12th. So about a week has solidly passed. And I know that there's going to be a number of history checks and stuff, taking advantage of downtime and the ability to pull from knowledge from the shadows. So, what are some questions? And if people want to interact with these history checks, let me know. Go. Rapid fire. Ready. Bring it. James? Did we lose James?
No, I'm here. I'm just typing it up. That way I can just put it there so you can see it.
Can I use portals to help James out?
Actually, so this would be a day. So everybody that has things that need to be set on this day, go ahead and roll your portents. Go ahead and roll your totem. Your
Adam, do you want to do it day by day, or you want me to do just bomb you with the 7 days?
Well, bomb me. Like, give me a question, and then or give me an item, and we'll probably just let you roll them at advantage, just to kind of make less checks, if that's okay with you.
Okay, so I'll just let you figure this out. Day 1, I was looking at Red Mist and the Vermin Hag, and I was going to summon Usagi salts.
Okay, so add 5 gold worth of Usagi salts. And then also that would be, because you did make sure to add 5 gold worth of diamond dust from the previous time. Cool, wow, 15 and 20, nice. Alright, so I need to ask you right now, Rock, what would you be using your portents on? Your spell crafting, or helping Dregnar, or any other crazy idea that you have?
I would use the 15 to help Dragner out if he wants it, and the 20 I would use for my own spellcrafting.
Okay, your spell is coming along nicely. You'll probably have it done here soon. Cool. I need to have the details on it. Dregnar, you have advantage on the roll. Go ahead, unless if you want to use the 15. So you can roll at advantage, or you can use a 15. The 15 cannot be used to flip a portent, or to count as a flip for your coin.
Okay, I wasn't going to be using the coin on these. I was going to use the coin on like alchemy checks throughout the week for my potions. So sure. If I take his 15, I get to add my plus 10 or not?
Yes.
It's just a d20 roll.
Yeah. Okay. So his counts. So he just sets one of your d20 rolls to a 15.
Yeah, I'll do that then. I'll take his 15, add my plus 10.
To what?
To the history check.
Okay, and it was Red Mist or Vermin Hag?
Red Mist, and then I'll roll the Vermin Hag.
Okay, go ahead and roll the Vermin Hag. 22, and one more. I'm just giving you advantage on all these because I'm kind of compressing. Okay, so 22 and 25. Okay. So these are going to be a lot less detailed than my write-ups for you, but hey, whatever. So
if it's not going to be like super important right now immediately, we can do it later on.
Yeah. I will say though, one part is important. So this is kind of pulling off the information that you've gathered previously. The Vermin Hag, you don't recall any like specific historical events mentioning a notable Vermin Hag. What it kind of leans into, and that is she is either some bred from a hag that was bred from some sort of entity that had an affinity for lesser creatures or vermin or that, or it just happens to be her, as you've been interacting with the different hags, her little niche, her influence. You look at your group, you have Sej of the Sun, you got Dregnar of the Shadows, you got Karos who's a Psy, like it's like kind of like her archetype.
Okay, I guess I was also kind of looking identifying sisters.
That'd be the bounty?
No, identifying her sisters, because I believe that she's one of the 3 that are here in
her coven.
Greenhill.
Sure. It would. I mean, it's kind of there's no real evidence in history to point to that, but after your recent encounters with her, you've dispatched 6 hags. There's 3, and she seems to be one of the missing hags that you haven't dealt with. Highly chance that she's in town, or she's one of the city hags.
Okay.
Red Mist, interacting and working with CJ, with Rock, because Rock has also voiced some concern about the Red Mist. And with the crazy activities that are happening to the north and how they become more and more on the insane spectrum and even like gory and visceral, go ahead as like Dreadnought is doing the history and based on like the information he'll find. For your sake, I just want to know: can you roll me a? We're gonna call this a rock check, a self check. Roll me a d20 and add your character level. So roll a d20 plus 9. Let's see how well you know yourself.
D20 plus 9.
Yeah.
Don't fail me now. That's not. Stupid box. Are you kidding me? I don't know myself at all. Who am I? What's my name?
Fitting. What is it?
That's a nat one.
Oh,
Goddamn, I was really trying to help
Buff,
you get.
Buff, where are you?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So 10 total. All right. So when Dragnar's meditating and he mentions that he's going to try to delve and then try to find information about the Red Mist. You're eager and you're hopeful because you still have this question about yourself, like why was I a vessel? Why was this? But you're lost and you're focused on that, and there's something you're missing. Dragnar, the Red Mist. While an account of a Red Mist in this way really does not exist throughout history, there are accounts of. I guess I should ask more. I need to maybe so I can direct your history. What do you want to know about the Red Mist? Or can you be a little bit more specific on.
Has it manifested before, or was it a symbol of an important event and or entity in the past?
Gotcha. Manifested before? No, not in this way. But you do get flashes through history of events that had occurred that had driven populations, groups, homesteads, into essentially something similar to what you're seeing, where they're hyper stimulated, doing crazy things, losing sense of reality, and kind of falling and succumbing to stimuli.
So it's like a driving force.
Yeah, that's the closest thing you can get through. Is it necessarily a Red Mist in history? No, but maybe something similar. But there are common threads of like chaos, discord, and dissent that have cropped up from time to time.
Okay.
Okay, next batch of questions. And anyone here that's listening, by all means, interact, share if you have any questions, follow-ups.
And just so everyone knows, anything that I get divulged, unless I say I don't tell you, I'm telling everyone.
Yep.
Because there is the last one I'm not going to share with anyone.
Okay. All right, what's the next couple?
Next one is the extra space in the crevasse.
Okay.
And then times the gods would have directly intervened and what caused it.
Okay. More specifically, are you talking about like the pantheon of gods, like the upper 11, or you're just talking about
any god, demigod, lesser god, greater god, any divine entity?
Sure. All right. Go ahead and give me. Let's do more history checks.
That's wrong.
Nope, you rolled a 2 somehow with a +10.
Wait, how did that one mess up? What did you forget?
It's KH, not HK. It's KH.
Oh, KH.
Yeah, keep high. Good job, Mr. DevOps Eyes. See all the details.
I just have That's not necessarily DevOps.
There you go.
Bow, bow, bow.
Okay, so that one was for
Extra space.
That's you just basically working with Filbert and basically confirming that that space should not exist. That space was created by something extremely powerful, likely a prime deity, so a pantheon, to house something that was not supposed to be released.
So, any other instances of that occurring that we know of?
In history,
Yes.
it is lost to history.
Damn, shadows failed me.
I mean, it's a history check. It's not like
I know.
religion or an arcana. So to history, yeah, no. I would say there have that kind of detail. No, but there's speculation that there are possibly things that have been put away, tucked away. However, I will give you this because it's a natural 20. Yeah, I will give you this because it's a natural 20, and I want to kind of help the story along too. So it does, like, there are those little rumors and writings and histories that are usually just seen kind of as stories added to history to make history seem more vibrant, more interesting. And there is a lot of lost history in materia as you're starting to kind of learn it. There's always like this cutoff point where it's just a wall. But there are occurrences and stories of someone that served a god that was maybe a herald or a voice of this deity or a champion of them, that while not as powerful as a god or a demi, they wielded, a portion of their god's power. And if they became too much of a nuisance or a threat, gods may have worked together to get rid of them. And while that entity may have had the protection from death or annihilation because their one god was intervening, didn't mean that they couldn't be prisoned. And
Gotcha.
likely that extra dimensional space was a prison.
And that also kind of answers my second question as well. Times the gods directly intervened and why?
Yep. Gods seem to only intervene when it's large scale.
And affects them directly.
Yeah, they are selfish things.
Okay, so I'll take that as those two roles that day.
Kobe?
Sorry.
Wait. We'll say Rock. Since you said you're not divulged, you went ahead and divulged it. Rock, give me another self check.
And don't roll a 1, you idiot.
Yeah. Know yourself. Channel your rock. You got this, CJ. That is if CJ's still alive. CJ! Okay, cool.
Channel my rock. I'm busy confused, not even knowing who I am.
Yeah. Contemplation. Understanding. Watch. You can flip it. You might get that 1 becomes a natural 20 this time.
It doesn't. It It's a 6.
So
15 total.
15 total? Okay, that is better than a 4. Okay. So something that's been eating away at you just a little bit. And I mean by a little bit, a lot of bit, because it's obviously driving your character not to take, harmful spells. When you were in the back seat, as it were, and your body was being taken over and piloted and used against your will, there was an immense amount of power that was bestowed upon you. But it wasn't yours, and it wasn't yours to wield. It was the actual well, there was an entity of the mist, and you get the sense that the entity, the mist, just happened to be. Well, how do I put it? The mist happened to be like what it became. Originally, it wasn't this, and originally that entity. You had this feeling that it was like a hag trying to take over you and make you into like a hag or what. It's not a hag. It's something else. It's just it's something insane. It is something crazy. It is something that was meant to be locked up and forgotten. And hey, that's all that you get for right now. You didn't roll that high.
Okie dokie.
Yep. Hi, It. Nice to see you, It. All right, what's next on the history checks? Or anyone else intervening?
Okay, history checks Zarya and then ogre belief religion, because I'm trying to figure out a way to drive a wedge between the ogre's giants and the sisters.
Okay, at advantage. Go ahead and roll. All right. Interesting. Zarya doesn't really come up too much in history. Recent history is just she's an aggressive trader, a businesswoman. Seems to have an affinity with working with shady individuals in group organization. You get a glimpse or two of her just straight up killing people throughout history too. She's cutthroat. And what was the other one? I'm so sorry.
Ogre belief religions,
Yeah.
particularly looking for contradictions between that and what's going on now, so I can drive that wedge.
Okay. 20 total. So ogres, especially ogres from this portion of the world, and their giant kin, and the various other, individuals that become part of their tribes, be it through slavery or indoctrination or whatever means. They tend to very often squabble amongst themselves and fight. And it's unique to see such a large war band gather, and you understand it through what you guys have uncovered, that it seemed to be that the three hags from the east manifested themselves or guised themselves as spiritual leaders, shamans, heroes, whatever, to sway these individuals, to gather them under one banner. The mother abound, like, as you're trying to find like religion and you're trying to pull some threads and try to, there's really no account of those ogres and giant kin and them ever really following the mother. She seemed to be more of a lesser deity that was associated with Kled and the halfling population, which later probably bled into, the various humans and Genasi and all those other races that joined. So yeah, you basically pull that ogres and them, like, their main faith and belief is usually just whatever the tribe believes in. Like, they can believe in the mountain is the earth mother, therefore she's the greatest thing in the world, to, hey, the shaman said that the storm clouds are here because it wants us to go to war. They're fairly easily swayed, pretty easily convinced, as long as there's someone that's able to display power or authority over them. So you get that they were probably manipulated into believing this mother bounty.
Okay.
Next, because I'll give you like two more, I guess.
Well, yeah, you've answered several of the ones already. So if you're going to give me two more, one of the ones is going to be that I'll share is the engine that Rock has.
Okay. Oh, that's history. Okay, yeah, I mean, go ahead. Advantage. Because we're doubling up on your roll. Is that another 23? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You know, there's really not much in history about it. There were rumors of a device that were long ago created by people that were forced into work for a very cruel and power-hungry, uh, dark caster. One would assume them as a necromancer, or one that manipulated life energies. That she had uncovered a relic, and then used some of those that she had forced into her service to figure out ways to manipulate, use this relic for means that it wasn't meant to be done. Other than that, very little is known about this glass sphere with braided internal cordage that glows and shifts with the coordinates of magic.
Okay. And then the last one I'm going to just post to you.
You want to whisper then? Okay. Drop me down. Danny, I'm going to drag you down.
Yep.
All right. For the sake of the stream, go ahead and say your question. I read it, but
Yeah, the question is the last several moments of my brother's life before he was killed.
okay. 21. Okay. So there's a lot to your brother that you do not know. There's a lot to your brother that perhaps history didn't know, but the shadows are there, and the shadows are always watching and always recording. It's unclear to you how, but your brother, did you ever give him a name?
Yes, it was in the description.
Yeah, I need to go look that up. I forgot what it was, because I have a name for him that you don't know.
Okay.
But I think it was an A, if I remember right. But your brother was not just a large bear. It was not just... There was rumors that there are beasts among mortals that seemingly have always existed, because there's always an accounting, and you never realize it, of, well, a large bear in the woods of Usagi. You get the sense that, well, maybe all these little accounts are that of your brother. You remember, and you get a flash to your most traumatic of days. A day when you ran into your brother's cave to see his motionless form. And then you ran out and found the tracks and hunted down those individuals. There is a detail on one of those individuals that went lost to you, but it flashes. And it is the symbol of a Z with a key run through it.
Okay.
Aim group. Cool. Any questions?
Dreg will stand up and start walking outside.
Well, tell that to the group. I gotta pull you back up.
Oh, okay. I thought you pulled it up. All right, never mind.
All right, so here.
Things I can do.
Exactly.
But apparently not, because Adam's got calendar things written that don't make sense.
What do you mean I got calendar thing? This is when Rock starts casting hurting spells again.
Yeah, I didn't write that.
It's on the calendar.
Clearly. So
Okay, so Adam, that's what happens.
you gotta tell the boys. You don't have to tell
Okay,
me.
Shit, dude.
I stand. You see me stand up for my meditation, and I walk out the front door.
And this was during the night, right?
Yeah, it's like as dusk as the sun is going down.
Yeah. Alrighty. What's everyone else doing?
I'm
anybody
blinking
know
at
where
the
he's going?
sudden exit, and I'm gonna look around and shrug at anybody.
Feel like you usually sneak out or announce a plan. This feels out of the ordinary.
Oh, there was nothing sneaky about this. I walked straight out,
Yeah, you're saying
didn't
usually.
say
you're
a single
sneakier.
word, and just straight out the door, slamming them open as I walk out.
That was very
Insight check.
unusual.
Whoever's proficient in insight check.
Hey.
Insight check.
I forget if I am.
That one.
I am. Okay.
Cool.
That one as well later.
24.
You gotta stick up his ass.
Whatever. Fuck it.
24 and 20. Carlos, you've
Never
only
met.
known Dragnar for a little bit more than a week now. Rock, you've known Drag for much longer. He's pissed. He is pissed with a purpose. He's a freight train right now.
I quickly disguise myself as the Davis abomination that I was before
Oh God.
and follow him.
Was
Okay.
it Zach?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Zachariah the Stout? Zachariah the...
Yeah, Zachariah the Stout.
Yeah. Ugh, disgusting. Okay.
As I follow him, we're like, guys, he's mad. There's something's happening. And I go, oh wait, sorry. Guys, he's mad. We need to follow.
Why do you keep doing this?
Yeah, it's like this.
I'm Zachariah. Come on, keep up.
It's like a good friend. Zachariah, come on.
Give me a strength check, Dragnar. I'll give you athletics if you want to.
I rolled on that one, but yeah, it would be 7.
Fine. I was gonna see if he broke the door off its hinges or anything. Hey, you're good. It just slams, and he doesn't even shut it. He's just storming out.
Is it?
Now Zachariah is following him. What are y'all doing?
I am heading straight to the building.
Okay. What's everyone else doing?
So is the? But you're still just walking. You're not running.
No, I'm just purposely walking straight. If anyone is in my way, I will push them the fuck out of the way. I'm going a beeline to the building.
I mean, I'll stick my head out the door and be like, "Where's he going?"
So Davis, as you stick your head out the door, you'll see that there's like a small gathering, like 4 people that are just happening to walk, and then don't see Dragnar, and Dragnar literally just plows through them. Just
Now,
And they're like, "Whoa."
the only way I will stop is if I see one of the people with that tattoo.
No, I understand.
I'll be like, guys, Dragnar's kind of making a fuss out here. We should probably go get him. I think.
He walks with
Where are you
purpose.
going, little man?
I don't know. I don't think I could catch up to him. If I start running after him, he'll probably just book it.
We can keep up with Zach though, and I'm gonna transform into Zach's good buddy Zan.
Oh no.
It's happening. It's happening. Alter egos and okay.
Daniel,
Make sure you have everything. He walks with purpose. I intend to catch him, and I'm gonna leave
Yeah, I'll.
at a brisk
Go.
pace to keep trail.
Yeah.
I don't have my fucking armor on, y'all.
Zach, wait up.
Are you taking your armor with you at least?
Yeah, I'll try and put it on along the way if I can.
Sure, we'll just make it take a lot longer, but you probably have time.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know
All
how
right,
far the place is.
Karos. This is where I get to like play with you a little bit. How far away do you think that building was? Like if you were to just say.
Let's see. It's coming into the territory. How far away would you say is the where we're staying in the good territory? Like if you divided the town in half to good side
Oh,
bets.
take like beeline, it would take probably about 45 minutes to get to the smack dab center of town from where you guys are.
Okay. I would say then it is probably like 20-25 minutes depending on how busy it is, and it's kind of like you're heading towards the line but more south. Like it's not a 45-degree angle from like I don't know where we are in relation, but
I understand. Yeah, completely.
yeah, you're heading, we'll just say you're heading south but a little bit towards the bad side of town. So they're kind of like a foothold,
Yeah.
like 25% into the our territory.
I like it. That works for me. So, Carlos, are you following as well? I missed what was happening on your end.
If everybody's like piling up and following him out, yeah, I'd probably gear up.
Yeah, specifically, you heard me being like, yeah, we should probably follow me. You see me like grab my armor and like I'm awkwardly stepping into it as I like walk down.
I'd tell Zordon that we're heading out.
Zork, got it.
Zork, thank you.
Yeah, you're
Too many
good.
Z names, goddamn.
Hey, gotta have some fun with these names, okay? I'm trying to find like good. That's good. Trying to get the music. No, that's too jovial. I want angry Greg walking music. I don't have anything. It's
Let
not
the
like
bodies hit the floor.
I never get music out of this thing. Ever. Even like
Really?
Off of roll 20?
Yeah,
Oh, weird.
I've given up on
You
it.
sure you didn't
I
like
can
mute
get
it?
if I refresh a few times, sometimes I get it, but it's just so hokey. Like now I have it.
okay. There you go. That's fine. So yeah, as you guys are like following Dragnar, you see that he's just with purpose, with determination, walking through. Anyone that gets in his way, either they stop or Dragnar shoves them out of the way. He's not running. He's walking. And Carlos, it pretty quickly, within like the first 7 or 10 minutes, trying to get the sense that you know where he's going. You're starting to recognize the path that he's taking. And Dragnar, go ahead and give me a perception.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Perception check.
There'd be an unnatural. Oh, sorry, yeah, unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20? Yeah, so as you're just storming and walking by, you're not seeing, you're not having time to like see details on people. You're just storming to the location and hoping to get, I don't know what you plan on doing, but at one point, as like Davis is stumbling and putting on his armor and all that, you kind of hear him clank a little bit, and you just instinctively like look back, and then as you look back, as you kind of start to turn your head and look up, kind of the sky, see a couple individuals on the roof, and then they just kind of fall back.
How far away from me are they?
Not counting verticality, about 80 or so.
Okay, I will get to them within one round as I dash and you step of the wind.
Okie doke. Right or left? Let me know.
Whichever one is closest.
Alright. So the rest of you, as you kind of are following Dragnar, you see that he just all of a sudden accelerates, leaps up, essentially like on some like crate, jumps on like a little hanging placard, and then leaps back on the roof, and then you just see him like run somebody down. You get within, let's say, 10 feet of this individual. What are you gonna do?
Do I see the symbol?
No, it's dark out already. Like, it's starting to get dark because it was during dusk, and they kind of have a cloak up, but they are trying to get away.
I will run him down.
All right. So as you run him down, he'll say, "Oh shit!" and then he'll go ahead and release a hand thrustful bolt at you. Does a 19 hit?
Yes, it does, but I will use my deflect missiles.
All right. Go ahead and roll that.
I got a 22, and I will throw it back at him.
Oh, so you're gonna spend the key to throw it?
Yes,
Okay,
I am.
You easily catch it, rip it, and you're gonna go ahead and throw it. So give me a attack roll with dexterity.
My 22 was the attack roll. It's part of the deflect missiles.
Not a separate roll.
Not as far as
I thought you were supposed to roll for the amount of HP you could reduce.
Yeah, so he rolled it to reduce it. So he reduced it down to 0. So now you caught it, and then you have to spend key, and then you throw it at them. So it is an attack roll.
Well, it's all part of one thing. If I reduce it to 0, then I can throw it. So I got to roll a d10 first.
Oh, okay. So I thought that was.
So it would have been 9 points of damage. Did I reduce the damage to 0?
You did.
Then I will, as part of that, I roll the attack roll, which is a 22, and I hit him with it. And I will use Shadow Sneak if I'm able to.
No, because it's not an advantage, and you're not concentrating on anything. But you can go ahead and roll Monk Die. It's a martial art.
It's 76, or sorry, 7 points of damage as I throw it back at him.
I was like, oh! And he's like, goes and like as he drops his crossbow and grabs a dagger, and he's gonna just like go to stab you with it. Whiffs. The pain in the shoulder, like the back of his shoulder, he's swinging like wide, and he's like still extended. What are you gonna do?
If it's my turn to attack him, I will shove him to the ground using my new pauldrons.
Okay, and he can't use dex, so he's got the strength, right?
Correct. And I will, I'm not raging. Well, would I be raging? Probably would be. Nah, I wouldn't be.
Not yet. Okay. Well, you would have just stepped to the wind to catch up to him, so now you could rage if you wanted to, but up to you.
Nah, I won't. I rolled animal handling by accident, sorry. My athletics was a 22.
Yeah, so you just, are you shoving him down or shoving him back?
I am shoving him to the ground.
Okay, so you're on a roof. So yeah, you kind of like, because he's like extended, you basically put your hand on his head and just slam him down. Part of like the shingling on the roof kind of splinters off, and he's like, oh! Go ahead and roll damage because you got to do unarmed damage now. And it'll be strength time.
9 points.
Damn. Okay.
Well, it's a martial arts attack, right? I can use strength or dex because I'm not raging.
Yeah. He took 7, 9. Yeah, as you do, like you hear like you're where you grab him on the head. We'll say like your pinky just like gets real stuff on his nose, and you feel his like nose break, like crunching sound as you slam his face into the roof. And then you guys on the ground, you see him disappear, and you just hear that impact sound. And then Dragnar, you kind of like are looking down at this individual. Hood is still covered, and then you just hear just from behind you as another bolt is fired from across the way. Disadvantage for the distance. Doesn't matter, natural 2, so bolt just fires by you. You just see the individual, and then they start like running and dipping down on the other side of the roof across the way.
Yeah, I'm ignoring that. I'm looking for the tattoo.
Alright, so yeah, you kind of pull the hood back, and you kind of turn his neck kind of forcefully. Yeah, he's got the Z with the key.
He gets tossed off the roof into the main walkway.
Where your friends are, or the other direction?
Where my friends are.
Alright, let me roll fall damage for him. Oof. Oh! I rolled 2 6s.
Uh-oh.
You guys see a body just boom. His neck is snapped.
Can I jump up to where Dregnar is?
Sure, now you can.
How tall is the building?
I would say it's within his 20 foot.
And could I have had my armor on at this point?
Yeah, like you were.
Okay.
You guys have been walking for a while, so it took you a time. But yeah, sorry, Dregnar, you took 12 points of fall damage.
Can I climb up after
It
Rock
is
and
what it is.
Regnar?
It would take you.
I'm feeling dexy today because I got my totem and dex.
That doesn't.
Oh, it's acrobatics, right? I can get. Oh, I guess it's athletics. Never mind.
Yeah, you can try to climb if you want to.
Well, it's more of just because, like, even if I fall, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check the guy that hit the ground. Just for like identification, signet rings, any sort of.
Alright, we got you. So, Rock, you spring up. Davis, if you want to, you can go ahead and give me that athletics check to kind of climb.
Sure.
Karos, you kind of head over to the body and kind of just drag it out, kind of putting it in the darkness and kind of. Alright, Davis,
Yeah.
you're able to climb. It takes you. It takes you 2 turns to get up there.
Sure.
You know. And Karos, you're kind of patting him down. He's got daggers. He's got bolts. He's got some satchels. Looks like something like it looks like some vials. You cork it, poisons of different types. You're looking for any like markings and anything. He doesn't seem to have any. You know, he doesn't have like necessarily like the best life. He's got like some scarring in that, and also you know, his neck is snapped now and blood is kind of coming out. But you do turn his head kind of, and you turn it the other way, and you see essentially it's like this stylized Z. Then it has like a very sharp E kind of cutting through it. That's the only merge.
I'll grab his satchel
Okay.
and then yeah, basically rush to catch up with
Okay. Roll me a D4.
D4.
All right, Rock, you're up there with Dregnar. Dregnar, I don't know.
What the heck? Who was that? What's going on, buddy? Hey, why are we throwing people off roofs?
I say 3 words, or I say a few words. They killed my brother, and I go after the other one.
Oh boy. I follow him.
Killed my brother.
Yeah, I follow him.
Key point, or you just running naturally after him?
Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to go after them. I'm going to jump off the roof.
Okay. As you get up,
Yeah.
Dregnar
God
pounds
damn
down.
it!
I'm going to walk over to the body, grab it by the hood, and I'm dragging it back to the fabric shop.
Hey, hang on. It's broad daylight.
It's dusk light. It's getting dark.
Just all right.
Yeah, it's gonna take convincing with him. So
We can bring him back. Just let's make him. Does he have a cloak on?
oh yeah, he was completely like you
Alright,
look at him and like Karos, you look at him and you're like, that's either an assassin, a spy, or some sort of underbelly. Like it's obvious what his profession is.
I'll pull out a knife. Say, do you need him whole? I mean, he's already dead, but
In Dreg's life, this is the first time he's speechless. He's just looking at you like he doesn't know what to do.
so I'm not gonna like chop him to pieces in the street, but essentially make some cuts in places to where we can kind of fold him up into a cloak.
Medicine.
I was thinking survival from like
Okay.
skinning
We-
game and stuff like that.
We will do this. It's still a human, but it's still more medicine. I know that you took the thing that lets you use your intelligence for it. So if you're proficient in survival, I'll let you use survival. But like it's essentially still a medicine check. But yeah, that's fine. That works.
Okay, yeah, I am proficient in survival.
So I'll let you use your proficiency in it. And also then roll me that d4 just so I know what you got out of the satchel.
It was a 4.
So,
You get 4 gold.
are
Plus-
you literally dismembering him?
No,
No.
he's saying he's
I'm trying to essentially cut some tendons so that like I can fold him up better into a small package that we can wrap him in that cloak and not be carrying a broad light corpse through the streets.
as gruesome as that sounds. I know exactly what he's talking about because like you would do that with like large carcasses.
No,
of
yeah, I
animals.
get it.
Mainly like your
Oh,
armpits, your hips and shoulders and stuff. So essentially less tendons so that you can push on the legs and pop the joints.
Yeah.
Gruesome, but effective. God.
Yeah, very effective. And it's not so much that you need to do incisions as like you are just manhandling like his ball socket, so his shoulder and that, and you're just popping him out of place and then folding his leg stuff.
It's like a very large turkey.
Yeah, essentially. Easy enough for y'all to carry.
Do this
Ow.
often?
Davis
Yeah.
is just very disgusted by this.
Yeah, I would imagine this is like, especially hearing the sounds, like you hear the popping sounds.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be some crunches and
Yeah.
grinding of cartilage.
The way Carlos does it, it takes him a little bit of effort. You know, he's strong, but he's like, this is not necessarily like a game animal. He's like, they can like move the leg once or twice. Oh, okay.
You hold that leg.
Exactly. Bye.
No. I will not hold that leg. I will watch for others, I guess.
Give me a perception.
Okay. That's really good. 23.
You don't see anything, Davis, but as you kind of drop down and hear it, you do hear the distant sounds of like footsteps running away. Hard to make out the
Like on the ground or maybe up above?
of
Above, you said?
yeah above.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let them know. Like, I think that spooked them. Like,
I'll be like,
or maybe they're bringing more. I don't know. So let's just get this done and get the hell out of here.
There were 2. They were following us.
I mean, you seem to run up to them.
No, I've seen them before, both with Zarya and on the rooftops before. I just didn't know who they were. Now I do.
Okay, yeah. Let's
And
get
the other
this...
one's gone?
He ran off probably to tell them if they're following us, they probably know where we're staying.
Them?
What are
Yes.
these people to you?
Them. They killed my brother.
So, wait, like several years ago, right? Didn't you say that was a long time ago?
Yes. But they're here. They're working with Zarya.
This I'll point to the neck as I'm kind of like leaning my elbows in the. Is that Zarya's symbol or something else?
I would assume so, but the same marking was found on the individuals who killed my brother in cold blood.
Vengeance hath no time limit.
I was
Just
about
put
to
a hand up on Dragonite's shoulder and say, "We're with you. Whatever you need, we're with you."
I apologize for threatening your safety, but I lost control for a moment.
We followed you. We're here for you.
I was about to say, Davis is going to say chop chop, but that's a bad choice of words, so just hurry up.
Gross.
Okay. So going back to Filbert.
I don't know if that's the best idea. I know that I don't know when they started following us, but they could be following us right now. And if we haven't gotten Filbert already involved, we may want to seek another place. But he may already be involved. I'm not sure.
Up to y'all, whatever you want to do. You know that there's plenty of places to sneak Ikaru.
Jagnar, you know this
What
town.
is our plan?
Yes. What?
Do you,
I'm
do you
getting
guys,
this body ready
you-
for you to take it back, but what do we need it for?
I was hoping that maybe one of my magically innate friends would be able to do something with this. I know Rock said he can't hurt someone. He's dead. You can't hurt him. Have fun.
Also, didn't the hags have something that could help, I think? And we took it?
You're right.
I think it was the mask out of character. Isn't it like the
Yeah,
the
I was
mask?
thinking.
You have a corpse mask, yeah.
Yeah, corpse mask, that's what it was.
Oh,
So
oh.
if we're in agreement, I can conceal us and we can find a place to not only keep Filbert and his crew from any more danger, but also potentially be close enough to watch them, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes. Let's do it. Let's make it.
And I will throw up pass without trace for everyone. And
You're
then,
just gonna say I throw up.
you know,
I was gonna say like, damn, Dragnar, I
Right,
thought you had a
Barb.
taste for this shit.
so I'll
Wow.
throw a pass without trace, and I'll use my memory of the city to find a place that will overlook Filbert, but give us enough concealment to where to benefit us the best.
Okay, go ahead and mark up the 2 key points.
Done.
We'll say, sure, you're able to, somewhere, well, we'll say like, and there's not a true block, but about like a block off the way from Filbert, you're able to find, and you recall a unused, what type of building would you like it to be, James?
There's my stealth check. I would say if it's like maybe an abandoned merchant's building, or maybe a vacant home or something of that nature, where if someone is in there, it could be believed that maybe someone purchased it or moved in, or maybe someone is squatting.
Sure. We'll do a merchant's building then. Right, like just a general, like where the merchant would come and stay and then go on his.
Maybe a semi decent size open space below to store goods, but then above would be living quarters or something.
Gotcha. We'll say, oh yeah, can I get self checks for everybody as well?
Zachariah the Stout is extremely stealthy.
You guys get plus 10 from pass without trace. Don't forget that.
Oh.
My dice.
I mean, 12 is not the worst. It's just not very good.
Yeah. Am I missing anybody else's? Cards. Okay, there we go.
And
So,
Al, there we go. God damn it, Al, fuck you.
Jeez.
Oh, they're gonna find me. What do I need?
You're like, a natural 1 is 22 for you? It's Path's not trace, but like, Jesus.
10 from expertise and 10 from.
And you're in goddamn armor. Fucking Christ.
Even Dreg looks like, how the fuck does he do that?
yeah, right. Even though like Alex stumbles like once, he just kind of silently catches his footing. Like there's not even like a scuff sound.
You like do a cartwheel to catch yourself. It's just like, what the fuck?
And then he looks at Davis and looks at Al like they're wearing similar armor, but I don't get it.
yeah.
That was a close one.
Yeah.
I was like, close what? I didn't hear shit.
That was perfect. Like you like lose your footing and like about to fall. You're just like cartwheel like circus folk. You're like no problem. Keep walking natural. Nothing happens. However, that 12 is not your friend in this situation. So as you guys are kind of like heading back, following Dragnar, and Carlos, you kind of know the path that he's probably taking as well because you've cased the area as well.
Mm-hmm.
There's a moment in time where y'all are getting in Dragnar, you see the location that you want to go to. And it's not so much what you're expecting. You're keeping an eye out for people on the roof and keeping an eye out for, on the street. And as you kind of venture towards direction the abandoned merchant's house. As you are passing by, everything seems to be going all right. But then in the walkway, you see before you a pair of doors on each side swing open. And some individuals step out, and you look behind you, and where Sej is, you see another door swing open, and someone steps out, blade drawn, and they're going to lunge towards Sej. And I think that's a good enough point to take a break this evening. I don't want to get into super duper combat at this point in night.